Okay. Well, keep going.
Okay, for five-star hotel, maybe you mm, pay at least around 30 or sorry, no, 300 or $400 at least.
Mm-hmm. No,
It
okay.
depends on it depends on your plan. But
Mm-hmm.
maybe at least around 300 or $400.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Of course, got it. Okay, let me share my screen again to see the book. And I have a video related to this. Just, if we have time, we'll watch it together. Okay, so do you often spend money on expensive things?
Expensive thing, yes. And when I was younger, yeah.
Mhm. So you used to be, so it's good to
Yes,
use. They used to be
I
spent.
used to. Yeah, I used to
Mhm.
spend money
And do
on
you think on expensive things, pricey, let me say something. Pricey is another word, is
pricey.
expensive,
Yeah.
of course. And do you think spending money on pricey things or brands is wasting of money?
Mm, I don't think so. I
Yeah.
don't think so. Yeah, maybe, maybe.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah, of
yeah.
course. And tell me, why do people save money? So, what do save money for, you think?
Yeah, I think because people worry about the future, right? Worrying about the future in let's say it's quite different in Japan and Vietnam. In Vietnam is a poor country, so most of people try to save money because
Yeah.
yeah, they save for their children, for their kid, or they worry to they were they are worried to lose their job, or let's say when they get age, they cannot work, or
Mhm.
yeah, so they try to save money.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. Yeah. Well, okay. Can money buy you happiness? Definitely yes.
Hmm. Happiness, just a bit, just a bit.
So, yeah, really? Really, you think
Yeah.
just a bit? So why? It
Happiness,
doesn't. So
happiness.
let's talk about it. So why? Why you think it's,
Why?
happiness?
Um. It's a kind of happiness, right? Because I when I was young, I uh, I was really love. I want to go to a concert. I wanted I wanted to go to concert. So I really felt happy when I watch the concert. Yeah. If you don't have money, if you you if I didn't have money, I could not go to the concert. So
Yeah.
I think is a kind of happiness. It's a yes, some and I'm happy when I eat delicious dish.
Oh,
And
but if you
yeah,
don't
so
have money, you can't eat it. So,
yes, right. Yeah,
so
it's a really simple reason.
yeah. Of
Yeah.
course,
Yeah.
So I think, but I think yes, definitely yes,
Yeah.
because when you have money, of course, I'm not talking about a large amount of money, a reasonable amount, something that actually, if you can make living, for example, you have a job and you can make living, you can do anything that you want. As you mentioned, you can go to concert when you want, when you need it.
Yeah,
Sometimes for example, I'm talking about myself and the other people. Sometimes we want something, but we can't make it at that time. In the future, of
yeah,
course,
correct.
we are able, but there is a
Yeah,
huge difference here because now you
yeah,
don't want it anymore. It was something related to past, so you could make it, but you couldn't. Now you can do it now, but actually, I think it doesn't work. So I think money can make people happy. When you can
yeah,
do anything you want, at least I
yeah,
think so.
yeah, yeah,
So try to be rich.
yeah.
Okay. Ah.
Yeah,
So, well, okay. So this is all about the session. We close this discussion, finish, and now it's not bad to watch a video together related to some ways of spending money. So let me stop sharing. And okay, do you agree to watch a video related to save and spending money together?
yeah.
Okay,
Okay,
very good.
okay.
Of course, we don't have okay time to watch all of this, but it's not bad. I've heard of this. We can watch it. Okay, so give me a moment to share the screen. Okay, again. Wow. Okay.
15 insane things rich people did with their money. Welcome to alux.com, the place where future billionaires come to get inspired. Hey Aluxers, we know you've got a fascination for the rich. We all do. So we thought we would take a look at a couple of incredible stories where millionaires and billionaires made use of their vast fortunes. The following people created tremendous fortunes, some through talent, some through smarts or hard work, while others took a different path to get theirs. Either way, these displays of wealth are worth having a look at. Beware though, as some of you might not be able to cope with the idea that someone could spend so much on things you personally do not find important. If you're a fragile snowflake, this video will probably trigger you. With that out of the way, let's have a look at how people who care more or less about their fortunes spend them and on what. If you're new here, welcome. Be sure to subscribe and follow us on Instagram at Alux. Apparently, the rapper paid $2.85 million to purchase the house next door to his place in Hidden Hills, California, after his neighbor filed a second noise complaint. To be honest,
Oh,
we don't think that's the single reason for the purchase, more like an investment in a high-priced real estate area. His property actually hit the market a couple of months ago for $8 million in total. If you go to the description of this video, you'll find a link with a tour of the place and what $8 million will get you. The gated community also is home to Kanye West and Kim Kardashian, Miley Cyrus, Britney Spears, Ozzy Osbourne, and a couple of other high-profile celebs, so it might be worth checking out. Number 2. Johnny Depp's lifestyle is costing him $2 million a month, $30,000 on wine alone. Johnny Depp is a clear example that it doesn't matter how much money you're making. If you really, really want it, you can spend it all. He's definitely one of the most remarkable actors in our generation, making over $650 million in his entire career. Last year alone, he made $50 million. He usually gets a $20 million upfront check for each of his Pirates of the Caribbean movies, with additional pay coming after the movies are shown in theaters. If you didn't know, Johnny is going through a really rough patch right now, and despite earning all of this money, he's currently in financial ruin. He had a messy divorce to Amber Heard, the current girlfriend of Elon Musk, and is currently in a $25 million lawsuit against his business manager. Everything was topped off when Johnny had his first month unable to pay his $2 million bill for his lavish lifestyle. So, what does he spend so much on? Off the top of the list, there's $3.6 million annually for his 40-person staff, $350,000 monthly for maintaining his 156-foot yacht, $30,000 monthly for wine alone, and get this, he spent $5 million, we're not kidding, to shoot his dead friend's ashes out of a cannon. He better make sure the next Pirates of the Caribbean is a hit. Number 3. After scamming the population of Romania, Sorin Ovidiu made love to his wife on $100 million in cash in his living room. You might have never heard of this guy before, mostly because he's from Romania, an Eastern European country. To back things up, Romania was a communist country until 1989, and when communism fell, the country's economy was up for grabs. In a tell-all interview, he talks about how after communism fell, his main goal was to cash in. He and the former security elites were like piranhas, trying to get their hands on everything. Only 1 year later, he was living in a 4-bedroom apartment in Bucharest, without any furniture in his living room except $100 million in cash. He celebrated his achievement by popping a bottle of champagne and making love to his wife over the large sum of money. But he didn't stop there. 6 years later, he was the brain behind the biggest Ponzi scheme the country has ever seen, scamming the population out of hundreds of millions. In 2008, he was the 5th richest person in the country, worth just under $1 billion. He's been in jail 2 times, but for short periods of time, later being released under medical circumstances. In the same interview, he says he doesn't regret going to jail. He deserved it, and he got off really easy. He says, and we quote, "If the state would know the things I've done, I'd be locked up for life." Interesting to know is that the richest athlete in the world is not Michael Jordan, but a Romanian tennis player. We also have a video ranking the richest athletes, which you should totally check out. Number 4. Mark Cuban once bought a $40 million jet on eBay. The billionaire investor and Shark Tank celebrity made history in 1999 when he purchased a $40 million private jet on eBay. It went down as the largest e-commerce transaction in the world at the time, and it was inserted in the Guinness Book of World Records. He became a billionaire earlier that year when he sold his company, Broadcast.com, to Yahoo for $5.9 billion. Since then, he's added 2 more to his collection, a Boeing 767 that he rents out, and a Boeing 757 which he uses for the Mavs. The man obviously values his time and says buying a brutally expensive jet is one of the best investments he's made, since it allows him to save more on the most expensive thing in the world, time. Just for those wondering, his record was shattered in 2005 when someone bought a $140 million yacht, also on eBay. If you want to learn more about Mark Cuban, there is a dedicated video of him recently posted on our channel. Number 5.
Okay, let me skip this one because we don't. Okay, so which one can be more weird? Buying a house because someone made noise, and I don't know, spending your money and buying wine and stuff and something like this, or which one?
Buying the house.
But yeah, of course, because your next knows you buy that.
Yeah.
That is really good, you know.
Yeah.
Drake is, yeah, of course. It's I'm not sure if you know him. It's a famous singer and rapper, and actually, do you?
Rapper. Yeah.
Bit weird, of course. He has a bit weird character, but of course, it's really interesting. You buy a house because someone made noise. Okay, well, let me stop recording and just